uh, the apps. Okay, so we have created the apps. So once we create the apps, now these are the projects. So under the project, we have created app 1, app 2, app uh, app 1, app 2, app 3. So each app is giving us again some files. Okay, so each app is giving us some files. So what are the files? Now, for example, if you see init.py file, admin.py file, apps.py file. Okay, so it is giving me all these files. So now let us understand what are the importance of that files and what that for. Okay, so but before that we will talk about the role of the web server. Okay, so what is the role of the web server we will talk about. Okay, so whenever we are talking about the web server, so generally what you are doing, once you install the app. Okay, so once you install the uh, Django. Okay, so you are creating projects, and the first thing that you are doing is running the server. Okay, so what is the first thing that you are doing? You are running the server. So whenever I'm saying you are running the server, so you are running the server means you are making the application get deployed at the server and run. Okay, so that is what you are doing. So the basic idea here is to make. Okay, so the basic idea here is to make the server alive, make the server alive. So what you are doing here, so you are making the server alive. So alive in the sense you are asking your system to hold the python things. Okay, hold the python things, and upon a request, okay, upon a request you are asking it, so you are asking it to give the response. Upon a request you are asking it to give the response. So basically the role of the web server is, the role of the web server is to take the request and give the response, okay. So that is the main role of the server. Okay, so your Django is basically responsible for that. So you are running the server, you are starting the server. Okay, so you are making the server run. So what we are doing, so we are talking about making the server making the server run, and that server will help you out to take the request and give back the response. So that is the main role of the web server. So Django will provide that environment for us. Okay, so Django will provide that environment. Okay, so now for example, if I want to create the app, so this is what I did yesterday. Okay, we'll be doing this. We'll be doing this again and again and again and again. Now, for example, I want to run project 3. Okay, so what I'll do, py manage.py run server. Okay, so so I'm making the server run, and I will copy this path. Okay, so I'll copy this path and I can paste it anywhere. Okay, any browser rather. Okay, so I can paste it in any browser. Now with this we can say that our Django is successfully installed. Okay, this was the thing that we did in our last session. Now today what we will be doing is, we will be going for understanding the different files that we got. Okay, so once we install the app, okay, so once we install the app, we get different files. Okay, did we get different files? Init.py file, admin.py file, apps.py file, models.py file, test.py file, and views.py file. We got or not? So when we install the project, that were different files. So that were like asgi file, settings file. This is project files. Project files are different, and uh, the app files are different. So project files are meant for project settings, project urls. Okay, so all that. So app files are meant for developing the app, so supporting the app. So two different things here. project files, app files. Project files means URL settings. For now, they both are interested. Okay, so we are interested in they both. Okay, so when you come to app, so project 3, so what is the app here in project 1? Let's say app 1. So we have a migrations folder, we have a init.py file, we have admin, we have apps, we have models, we have tests, we have views. So now we are not going to do anything. Later on, we will work with them. Okay, but for now, we will understand what they are. Okay, now we have init.py file. What is that file? First file, init.py file. So generally, init.py file is a blank file. Okay, so what it will say? It will say that that particular folder, that particular app folder, that particular app folder is a that particular app folder is a package, is a Python package, is a Python package. Okay, admin.py. So admin.py will take care of the database tables, models. We say in Django we call them as models, but specifically they are specifically called as data models. They're specifically called as data models. Models we call it. So that model configuration we do in admin. Now we are not going to do initially. Slowly moving forward, we will do it. Next, apps.py. So app configurations are kept in that file. What will be kept in that file? App configurations will be kept in that file. Next, models.py. Your database tables will be created in that. Yes. Next, test.py to write some testing codes. I want to test my application. I want to test my project. So that file will be used for testing purpose. And finally, views. So views is where you write all the logic to present into the browser. So now browser you have that rocket symbol or something, no? So I don't want that. I want some information on the browser. So what I'll do, I will write something in views. I'll write something in views. So that views I will connect in the URLs. Okay, one application if you see, you will understand. And then we also have migration folder. What folder? Migration folder. So migration folder, what it will do? It will make the data specified settings. So that we'll be using when we work with the database. When we work with the database. So initially, just how we can display some information, simple information. Yes. Okay. So Django is MVT model, MVT architecture. Django is what? MVT. M for model, V for view, T for templates. T for template. So generally other APIs, other REST APIs are MVC architecture. M for model, C for controller, and V for view. But this Django is MVT. Django is what? MVT. 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 Yes, got my point? Okay. Now, whenever you talk about displaying something on the browser, whenever you talk about giving some information onto the browser, so what we will do? We will have to update the views file. Which file? Views file. So we have to update which file, sir? We have to update the views file. Okay, so what you have to update? You have to update the views file. Okay, font is okay. Okay, let me just increase the font a bit. Okay, so let me just increase it to some 20. Okay, now it's okay. Now what I have to update? I have to update the views. I have to update the views. I have to create my views here. So what are views, sir? Views are nothing but functions or classes. Views are nothing but what? Functions or classes. So you know what is a function, you know what is a class. Okay. So we generally have two types of views: functional based views and class based views. What are the two kinds of views? Functional based views or class based views. Functional based and class based. Functional based views and class based views. Getting my point? So what are the two types of views that are available for us? Function based or class based. Function based or class based. So now if I am talking about function based views, okay, I am creating the functions. I'm creating the functions. If I'm talking about function based views, I'm creating the functions. From there I will send the request. See, it is all about request and response. So this views if you are creating, or functions you are creating, or function based views you are creating, or class based views you are creating, you are sending the request and you are getting the response. That's it. Yes. So your functions or classes should be in that way. So class based views we'll not see right now. We'll see later. First we'll talk about the function based views. Function based views. Okay. So function based views, now I'll create something like def good morning view. Okay, so a view, a function. So that should have a parameter called request. Request. You are making a request. Okay. Now, as you get the request, this URL will get the, I mean, this views will get the request. This views will get the request. So what I will do? I will send the response. I'll send the response. What is the response I'm doing? HTTP response. Hello. Good morning. Just a simple line. Yes, just a simple line. So what I have to do now? Tell me. I have to create a view here. I have to create a view df. Uh, okay, so we'll create something else. Wishes. Okay, so wishes. So what is wishes? Request. Okay, request. And what I have to return? HTTP response. HTTP response. HTTP response. Okay, HTTP response. Now, what is the response that I want to give? H1 welcome to Django. Welcome to Django. So simply I'm saying H1. I'm closing it. So HTTP response. So from where I'll get HTTP response, sir? I will get HTTP response from django.http.response. So this is the module that you need to import HTTP response. Okay, is that clear? Okay, now I want to get that information. So before going to the information, so you have to take settings. For now, we will only touch settings, URLs, and views. Settings is where? Settings is in the project. Settings is in the project. URLs is in the project. Views is in the app. Views in the app. So in the app you are creating a function. In the settings you have to just go down a little bit here. You can see line number 33. Here you need to add your app name. What is my app name? How many apps I created? I created app 1, app 2, and app 3. Okay, so this is which settings we have to go check out. Okay, so views here, project one views, app one views only I opened. So now I need to go for project one settings. Okay, project one URLs. Okay, so settings, go to line number 33. Install apps is there, no? So what I did do now? I have to specify the app name. I have to specify the app name. Simply I'll say app one. What I specified here? I specified the app name. What is the app name? App 1. How many apps are there here? 3 apps are there. So you say app 2 also. And you say app 3 also. Done? How many apps did we create? 3 apps. The 3 apps we added. Added to whom? Added to the settings. Added to the settings. Where? In the installed apps. Where we added? In the installed apps. So it is a list of apps. It's a list of apps. So we added our apps in that only. Is this clear? Is this clear? Right? First thing what we did? we updated the views. We created our view. What is a view? Function view. So we just said def, things will change. This is just basic. Def wishes, in the bracket you kept request, and you said return HTTP response, and you gave some information. H1 means header, HTML header. Okay. Now I need to go to URLs. In URLs, what I should say, I should say something like this. If you open this particular view, you will get that welcome to Djan. So how can I say that? Okay. Now path, I will say re underscore path as URL. So I need to go for relative path. I need to go for what? Relative path as URL. Now here I will use URL. Okay. So in the URL, what I'll say, I will give the URL pattern. I'll give the URL pattern, something like wish. Okay. So when somebody is saying wish, what should get opened? I should open wishes. I should open wishes. So when somebody is giving a request, okay. So when somebody is giving a request, so where is wishes here? Wishes is in app1 dot views. We imported wishes. Is my point clear? Yes or no? Or otherwise, you can say from app1. Okay. So to be more easy, import views, and here you say views dot wishes. This is also fine. Okay. So what you're doing, whenever somebody is making a URL pattern, wish. So what should open? Wishes should open. Who is wishes? Wishes is the view. Wishes is the view. So this function should be called. Getting my point? Okay, I'll give you one run so that you can clearly understand. Now, right. So here, module name. One second. Oh, project one. CD dot dot. So we are doing everything in project one, no? CD dot dot CD project one. Okay, so project one I opened. Now I will say py manage dot py run server. Okay, py manage dot py run server. Okay, app one, app two. It's comma. Okay, comma was missing. No problem. Okay, again app three. App three is not there. Oh, app three we did not create. Huh? Fine. Sorry. Now what you observe here, you got this. Now you take this, copy this. Okay. So now what you got the information on the page. It is asking you admin and wish. Don't worry about admin. Admin you leave. I say slash wish. What happened? What is happening? Tell me. What is happening? Why? How I got welcome to Django? How I got welcome to Django? Now we will go with the application. So first you are opening the server. Once you are opening the server, where it is connecting? It is connecting to the URLs. It's connecting to the URLs. You said wish. You said wish. So once you said wish, where the call went to? The call went to views.wishes. Where is views.wishes? Views.wishes is here. So what is coming? Request is coming. What is coming? Request is coming. Request came here. With which I got the request. So what that request is meant to be? Request is meant to give the response. What response it is giving? HTTP response. What response it is giving? HTTP response. So this is a simple application. Things will change, of course. But for understanding the concept, this is important. Am I clear? Yes or no? So this is only one request. Now, if I want to make another request, if I want to enable another request, what I can do? Settings no need to change because we have the same. So what we need to do? We need to create a function. To create a function. Okay. Now, for example, def. Okay. Uh, something like display. Okay. Display. What you have to take? Request. Right. So return HTTP response. Django is fun. Okay. Display. Okay. I've created a view. Now I need to create a URL for this. What I should do? I should go here and I should say URL and I should say display. Don't use the same name. It will be confusing. Comma views dot display. Done. Views dot display. Comma. So automatically update will take place. Automatically update will take place. You don't have to worry about. Okay. Now go back here. Now run the code. I mean run the path. What you got? Wish you got, display you got. So wish. So wish means you got welcome to Django. Now what you got? Django is fine. This is a complete application with URL. So this is URL for you. You understanding my point? So what all the files did I touch? Settings. Settings. What we did in settings? What we did in settings? Sorry. Apps install. Okay. So we need to just add the apps. Add the app names. Okay. Second, I updated the views. So views. What are views for? Views are for taking the request and giving the response. Taking the request. How you are taking the request? You are taking the request by def function name. In the bracket you have the request and return the response. Is that clear? Yes. Now will you create one application?